Hey, what's up, survivors? Welcome to another mind-blowing episode from Zombie Go Boom. I'm Chuck Murray.
I'm Charles Foltz.
And today we're gonna do something pretty freaking neat, I think. And yes, there will be blood today, which is pretty amazing. What we've decided to invent are these zombie balls, and these solve a couple of problems. First of all, it makes it so that we can do our legitimate Zombie Go Boom tests in a much more affordable fashion, because it's a lot easier to make these zombie balls than it is to make Ivan heads. And we're gonna prove that to you by testing these out against this coconut right over here with a bunch of weapons that may or may not work. Another problem that it solves is the fact that a lot of you want to do your own tests at home and you can't afford an Ivan head because they are expensive and you don't want to break the bank buying something that you're just going to destroy. I totally understand, which is why this zombie ball right here, which is just our bone simulant, is 25 bucks. And this one with our bone and skin simulant is 45 bucks, so that you can do your own tests at home and so that we can continue Zombie Go Boom even though the ad revenue is the way that it is. And we're going to be testing, again, all sorts of badass things that may or may not work. You ready?
I'm always ready.
Let's get started. First up, the zombie slaying slingshot. Man, look at that.
Wow. You made a perfect little hole.
Wow. How far does it go?
That's a cute little hole.
Alright, so just for the record, I'm not hitting it in any of the spots that are there so that you can take it apart pretty easily. I'm hitting it right where it's the strongest, and it doesn't seem to have pierced all the way through. But it did make that little hole. Let's see what happens when we do that against
one of the zomballs.
one of the zomballs.
Zombie balls.
Who doesn't like zombie balls? This is what'll end up happening. If we hit this thing and it does more damage than it did to the coconut, then that means that we need to make it thicker. Ready? Okay, so barely a scratch. As you can see, so you can see the difference. The coconut, I mean, it did quite a bit of damage, didn't get all the way through. This one, it was hard for us to even see it. Now we're gonna try the one with the flesh. Here we go again. 3, 2, 1. Alright, so it kind of messed up our skin just a tiny bit. Safe to say, if you're a human being, it would probably take like the first couple of layers of skin off and you'd be bleeding and it would hurt
really bad.
Really bad. But
you might have a concussion.
But that's, you know, that's if you're a complete dick and you shoot one of your friends, which you should never do. Never hurt another human being.
Unless they're
ever, unless your life depends on it. Which is what martial arts is about, all right? But by the way, it's not just killing horror. What's going on with this platform? It's not just killing horror. It's not just killing zombies and weapons. It's literally destroying martial arts, and so ridiculously sad that it's gotten to the point where martial arts is way too crazy for an internet platform, and whatever. Point is, this is so much better than a coconut. I'm so happy with these things. What do you guys want us to test next? Let's do it.
Let's do a crossbow. I'm gonna
this
try
one.
Yeah. Up next, the 80-pound zombie defense mini crossbow. 3, 2, 1. Oh yeah!
Mini crossbow versus coconut is a win. And actually, look, this one's starting to leak juice. So even this one right here from the Slingshot kind of made it through a little bit.
Wow.
So, interesting. Let's see what a zombie ball will do. Alright, so it went straight into a coconut, but on one of our zombie balls it actually hit, broke a little piece of our simulated bone off, and then bounced back and almost killed Charles.
Well, it wouldn't have killed me, but it would have hurt.
Yeah, that's true.
Good. Ready?
Yeah, back up, guys.
3, 2, 1. Wow. That's crazy. I definitely expected it to bounce more. That's so cool. It just stuck in there. Wow.
Now, if you're a person, that
cool.
would really hurt.
It dug into the bone a little bit too. You see the bone pieces right there?
But is it a zombie kill?
Nope, definitely not a kill. You wanna try again with this or try with something else?
Nah, let's move on.
Let's move on.
Now we have a .177 caliber pellet gun. Ready? Alright, so definitely not enough to get through even the coconut. So, in fact, the zombie slingshot is a lot more powerful than this gun, which is crazy.
And roll it.
It hit about right there, and we would not be able to tell that that's where it hit if it hadn't been for the slow-mo shot. Going hot. 3, 2, 1. Here's the pellet. As you can see, it's stuck in our skin layer. Let me see if I can dig it out without having to use a knife, and there it is. And it's flattened. It's been completely flattened. And yeah, it would go into your skin for sure, but then the bone would totally stop it. So there's no actual damage to our bone simulant, but it did go all the way through our skin simulant, much like real life.
Up next is the Cold Steel Big Bore Blowgun. Alright, for this test we're going to be using the broadhead dart. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Oh wow, it actually went in there pretty good. It knocked a chunk off too. That was in there pretty good. About, probably about 3/4 of the way in there, so it was in there up to there. Not bad. Let's see what it can do to one of our zombie balls. Alright, in 3, 2, 1.
Nice shot.
Well, it didn't go in quite as far as the coconut. Alright, now we're going to try it on old Fleshy here. 3, 2, 1. Ooh, it bounced.
That was interesting.
I'm not even sure where it hit, but I think it was like right here. Yeah, it feels like it hit right there, and it just bounced right off. All right, well, I guess that's what that does. Let's move on.
And finally, we have the straight expandable baton. That's not what should happen. This is not supposed to be deadly. Which means that a coconut may not be a proper analog for zombies. But oh my god. Free coconut. Now we're gonna try the zombie ball, and I'm gonna hit it just as hard as I hit the coconut. As you can see, this is way too thin. We actually want it to be between 7 millimeters and 1 centimeter. So we're gonna have to recalculate how much material we use to make these zombie balls. But that is why we're doing this episode today, is to make sure that we have them exactly how we want them before they get to you. All right, so I bent this back just to make sure that the tests are similar. That's what I'm talking about. See, this one was a lot better. It seems to be more evenly coated than the other one. Again, this is the Expandable Baton. But this one took the beating, and I'm gonna have to look at the slow-mo to see where it hit, but it took it. Partially that's because the bone is a lot more evenly coated. We're probably dealing with more closer to a centimeter of bone there. But then also the skin, even though it's just like a couple of millimeters of skin, it gives you a little bit of cushion. So pretty accurate test here. I'm gonna let Charles hit it and really finish it off. All right, well, this thing is freaking busted.
So next, I'm gonna use this. Let's do it.
All right, 4, 3, 4, 2, 1.
Wow, this is it. Holy smokes. This is it. Jeez. I hit it pretty hard, and it's still most of the way intact.
How thick is it?
I mean, it looks to be pretty even all the way around. I don't know if you guys can see in there. It's pretty good. Pretty good thickness. It's maybe a little thinner than our zombie heads are, but still thicker than that other one was.
Well, I hope you guys had a lot of fun. By the time that you see this episode, we will have perfected how much material we need to use and how we need to cast it inside of our mold so that you can get between 7 millimeters and 1 centimeter of thickness of our skull analog, and then it's gonna be very, very similar to what it would be like to actually hit a zombie. It's pretty similar right now. Different zombies have different thicknesses of bone, and actually, believe it or not, women have thicker skulls than men do. That's just a fact. Men's are like 6.5 millimeters and women's are like 7. So we feel that if we get to like a centimeter, we'll be at 3 centimeters over the thickest skulls, which means that if you can destroy that, you should have no problem with whatever zombie comes your way, fresh or rotten, doesn't matter. And so yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed our new invention. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the blood. Thumbs up for the blood. Woo! Thank you guys for sticking by us. Thank you for supporting us. I'm sorry that Zombie Go Boom has changed so drastically, and we're just doing our best. With another mind-blowing episode from Zombie Go Boom, I'm Chuck Murray.
Charles Fultz.
And we'll see you next time. Order a zombie ball. Fun for the whole family. ZombieGoBoom.com.